Hey, I was just making a John Doc talk post.
What'd you say this time? Let's see.
Oh, well, you know, John Doherty told Jose Zayas he almost didn't get out of bed this morning. He was so sick to his tummy when he found out we still going.
Yeah. You better get going on that S10.
Yeah, he better get going on just giving up. I'm just kidding. So we got a new turbo today because the 110 was tapped. So we stepped her up to a 114 with the Gen 4 cover. That turbo was like basically 3 years old. So I mean, there's a better turbine since. The compressor cover makes a little bit more power. Obviously, the compressor itself is 4 millimeters bigger, and then the exducer is about 10 millimeters bigger. So we played with. Let me grab that charge plate. I played with charge pressure a little bit for a couple of days. Tim came up and helped. So we took the separator plate out of the glide, and then I welded one of these separator plates shut. I got a few of them on hand, and I welded one shut, and I drilled a smaller charge feed hole. So we knocked 30 pounds of charge pressure out of the charge circuit, which is basically what stiffens and tightens the converter. So we loosened the converter up because I was concerned that we weren't going to spool that as easily since it was already kind of tight before. So we knocked it down with the 110. It was taking like almost 7.5 seconds to get to 10 pounds of boost. It would only flash like 2,900 RPM. We got it to flash like 3,000, 3,050, and we cut 1.5 seconds out. So if we can just get back to where we were with this bigger turbine and this bigger housing, I'll be totally content with that. So that's basically the goal. But yeah, big shout out to Jose Zayas from Force Induction Turbo. He got us this bad boy in a pretty quick time. Ironic enough, we were going to load up at 5 or 6 today and leave by 7, but here we are at noon, strapping this turbo on and cutting the cold side and putting it on because it just showed up. But hey, it showed up. I told him if I don't get it today, I don't even want it, but it's here. So he's not wrong.
I mean, you're not too far. You got your list is pretty small, is what I'm trying to say.
So
outside of this, I mean.
Yep. We're going to do that. We're going to rescale the car. I changed the rear coil springs. Did a couple things. Hopefully I didn't hurt it. I'm going to take everything with me so I can put it back if it did. The rear coil springs were a little bit heavy for the car, so it really only had like 3 inches of extension in the back. So I found some Landrum springs that were like 5 pounds lighter. I don't want to go too extreme. We'll try those. Hopefully we can get a little more stored energy in the spring, kind of help, not really, I don't care if it separates 3 inches or 10 inches, but we did knock the tire twice trying to really go sub ones. So if we can get it to go, 970, 980 and hit a little harder out of the hole, that obviously will help us a lot in the long run. But at first I was like, I don't know if that turbo's going to show up in time. But here we are trying. We trimmed up the front bumper a little bit, put a little bit of carbon feed air in there, try to close off that air dam in the front. If we have enough time, I'm going to try to make a little splitter for the bottom and lower the bottom of it 2 inches, because actually the bottom of this bumper is exactly 2 inches higher than the back of the fenders and the whole entire rocker panel, so it actually angles up like the factory ones do. So the frame rails are actually stuck underneath of it, like it's exposed, part of the gas tank too, so it sucks. So I'm going to try to get the air away from hitting that. Like, I don't know, a few of these little things have to add up. So we went 397 and 398 back to back at 185 and basically 186. The turbo was 58, 59 pounds of boost before, 390 degree intake air temp. We probably could have found a little more power, but it was close to being done. So we're like, instead of, overworking the turbo, overworking the, intake temps are kind of high, overworking the engine, whatever it may be, we stepped up to a little bit bigger turbo. So as long as it still spools in that same time frame where we were before, loosening the converter should help a little bit getting down track. Especially in the front half, it won't be as tight. I had the dump valves open 100% for 1.2 seconds. And ironic enough, it went 404 with the dump valve open to 1.5. It went 403 with it open to 1.3. And it went 397 with it open to 1.1, 1.2. So getting that fluid circuit back closed really made the car accelerate quicker in the short half, like between the 60 and the 130. So the goal is, with it looser now, with it the charge feed being restricted more, I'm hoping I can basically use the dump valve to spool it, and then, don't quote me, but maybe be able to shut it off, within the first little bit. Try to leave on more boost, try to cut some timing back, do a few things. I mean, I don't want to say I'd like to go 960, 60, but that'd be cool. I really think 980s, 970s, maybe even achievable. So that's what we're going to try for this week. And I really want 5 more mile an hour. So if we can go 190, 190 and a half, all be worth it.
So if you go 190, 190 and a half, or
387.
There you go.
Yeah, I think it'll do it. Even if we remained with the 1.0, you know, if we went 1.0 and then we knocked it down to a 259, I mean, it would be 390 flat territory, which is huge. So, well, we're going to give it a try. Anyways, we're not going to rattle your ear. Stay tuned. We're packing all this shit up tonight. We're heading to Michigan Mayhem. Jimmy Bradshaw flying in. Him, Samuel Peterson, two-step track surfaces. You know, Jimmy Bradshaw is from Sticky Mafia, so the track's going to be the time to really try to nail some stuff down. And we get to race at night. I love racing at night. It's colder. It's not as hot. It's way better. I can focus more because I don't see a bunch of shit outside of my little OCD weird ADD.
Yeah, your windows are gonna be dark enough.
Yeah,
I don't see people behind you.
I just pay
near
attention to what's going on. Yeah. Plus racing at night. I mean, ironic enough, every time I've ever been to 131, I always go faster at night. Does Bradenton go faster at night?
It's because the track. Look,
the track's still warm because I had sun in it. Well, and that's like when we went the last 2 times to the track. It was 30 degrees overnight.
Yeah.
So the track didn't have shit for temperature in it. It was super cold. So, you know, it was better during the day, and Sam did all he could, and the track was great. But the track wasn't. The sun was beating it all day, and then they drug shit out of it right after dark. Great. So that's gonna be the game changer.
It's gonna really come around. So at this event, just give people a heads up, because we are posting this today.
Yeah.
What are you gonna be running? So if they see you, they know what to look out for and when to be there.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm gonna try to break the car. Like, I'm gonna push it everywhere it can go. So I'm gonna try to break the car. If it doesn't break, we're gonna run Extreme 28-inch class.
Perfect.
Thursday, I'm gonna get after it. Friday night, I'm gonna get after it. So we got what we wanted. We went 3s, built the whole car for this. The whole reason that car exists is I just wanted to go 3s with a hydraulic roller. We did it. Guess what? From here on out, nothing hurt my feelings. If I wreck it, if I blow it up, if I flip it over backwards, that'd be badass video. So I can't even be mad at this point. So the goal here is let's see what fails first. Is the glide gonna break? Am I gonna throw rods out of the block? I don't know. Am I gonna flip them over? Somebody said last night, well, if you flip over backwards, I'm gonna be like, it'd be a pretty badass video. I'm like a cockroach, man. I can't die. So, yes, that's it. So if you guys are in Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, whatever, localish, Thursday's testing, which is not a big deal if you guys go or not. But Friday and Saturday, some of the best grudge racing. LDR people are coming from all over. ZZ Top will be there. Kenny Hubbard, a bunch of guys that are really fast, and it's going to be a good race. It's going to be, in my opinion, it's the best small tire drag racing event in Michigan for the whole year. It has been since Battle of the Titans in 2018, 2019.
And it was gangster.
I cannot miss this race. It's the best time I've ever had racing. So then, you know, I tell my hero Jimmy all the time, homie Jimmy, I tell him, like, dude, please just don't let this fail. It's the best. So anyways, I'm going to get back to work because I'm limited on time. We'll catch you guys later. Hope to see you guys this weekend. If you come to the track, stop by. I'm going to be doing autographs and stuff, you know what I mean? No, I'm just kidding. Nobody gives a shit about me. But, I mean, I'll sign some titties if you guys want to stop by. Throwing it out there. Guys, chicks, doesn't matter.
Taking the marker.